Over to you, Coach Larranaga.
Yeah, if you're wondering if I designed that shot by Cam from about 30 feet out with about 1 second left on the shot clock, the answer is yes. And it's very, very funny. It reminded me of a shot that Jason Muschieri made in 1999 in the CAA finals. He hit a three with 1 second left on the shot clock with 1:02 left in the game, and it sealed the victory. And tonight's shot was absolutely huge the same way. My hat's off to Towson, Pat Kennedy and his staff and team. They played about as hard as you humanly can play. And their defense was outstanding, pressure on the perimeter, shot blocking on the inside. But I thought our defense was outstanding as well. A little slow start to the second half defensively, but beyond those first probably 3 or 4 minutes, I thought our defense was outstanding. And we switched a little bit to the zone because we needed to just change the tempo of the game a little bit. And I thought our guys did a great job of that. And Darryl was very, very effective inside, throwing fouls, double teams, and also rebounding, of course. So,
questions? Just raise your hand. We'll bring mics around.
Cam, what exactly were you seeing on that last shot there, and just especially with the shot clock winding down like it was?
I mean, it really wasn't like just watching the ball go in. I mean, it was such a relief. I mean, my team, I got to give it to my teammates mostly though, because like even though it's a big game and we got a lot of senior leadership, even the seniors still coming up to me talking about, Cam, you got to step up. We need you to step up and be a leader for this team. So that just gave me a lot of confidence. And the shot clock was going down, I knew I had to put it up.
Darryl, if you want to just kind of follow up on what you were seeing as he took that shot, and just like he said, talking about how important it is for him to play a huge role for you guys.
I mean, we need Cam every night. We need everybody every night. Even the bench. Everybody just come in and play hard. The play was drawn up, just to pick and roll and Cam to create like he's done all season. And Tom was running down and he just shot and made it.
Cam, we saw you do this against VCU last month or month before last, and what is it about the big moment that makes you want to take over?
Well, growing up, doing the same, being put in the same position, I haven't nailed the shot. I wasn't capable of making it most of the times, and now that I get the chance to do it over and over again, still, I just try to take advantage of it as much as possible.
Coach, when Cam, before the ball went through the hoop on the last play, were you happy with what Cam was able to create with the ball at the top? I mean, he obviously didn't get to the basket.
Well, I'm happy we're sitting here. In the end, in basketball, it's some nights somebody has to step up and make an unexpected play. And it can't all be scripted. If it was scripted and we were the ones writing the script, we would have tried to win the game by 20 in the script, not down to the wire. So players have to play the game. They use their instincts. And what a coach has to do is create the opportunity for them to use their strengths. And as Darryl so eloquently put it, we do these things every day. Now, we don't end up always taking those kinds of shots, but credit goes to Towson. They switched out, pressured, it made us extend, push us back a little bit. But then, you still have to make a play. The time before that, he hit Lewis Birdsong, and we got a bucket, or a foul. We got fouled, I think.
Can all three of you guys talk a little bit about playing a game like this? And it's got to feel like you're in a dentist chair after a while. I mean, you're struggling to score. You were expecting to play Northeastern, no doubt. That's not disrespecting Towson in any way. But just what the atmosphere is like as you're going back and forth. You're down, you're up, you're down. Can the three of you just kind of describe it? Maybe go left or right. Darryl.
We just got to be ready. I mean, just I really can't. Just got to be ready to play. That's all.
Yeah, I think the simple answer, John, is this is a unpredictable sport. You know, the so-called experts like to think that they can prognosticate what's going to happen, what should happen. And you just said, well, if that were the case, look, Northeastern would have been in the game tonight. So it's unpredictable. And what is predictable is what you have control over. And what you have control over is your effort. And that's what the defense is all about. That's what rebounding is all about. And whenever, you know, I'm addressing the team, my point of emphasis is to them, you got to control the things you can control, and that is your effort and our defense. And on offense, we have to do the best of being good teammates, sharing the ball. Only one ball and 5 guys out there at a time. You got to find open men and do the best job of finding the shots that we practice every day.
I'm going to follow up what Darryl said. I mean, you pretty much got to be prepared. With this conference, I mean, it's a tough conference. Every game you see in this conference, pretty much based on, like, every team playing came down to the line. So, I mean, we've been working on it in practice all the time. You got to be prepared. You got to know what you're doing at the last minute.
Coach, when you extended the defense full court with about 7 minutes to go, did you sense that they were tired at all?
I'm sure players from both sides were working extremely hard all game long, and we hadn't pressed them. So we wanted to catch them a little bit by surprise, and we did it after a timeout. So they probably had gone over what they were going to do, and then all of a sudden they're faced with a different defense. And they came away with a great opportunity to catch an alley-oop dunk and really, really hurt us. But that ball sailed a little bit high, and it ended up being a turnover, gave us some confidence that we were able to do that successfully. And then we scored to reduce the lead even further.
Jim, you guys they had blocked a lot of shots there for a good stretch of the game. Then Cam hit those 2 threes. How important was that? I guess that was maybe 8 minutes to go or so to get those 3-pointers to just kind of open things up maybe a little bit more for you the rest of the way.
Well, I think we've played Towson so many times. There are several teams in our league that have outstanding shot blockers, and Towson probably has about a half a dozen. So, you know, from a preparation standpoint, as a player, you need to know, hey, they're going to block some shots. You can't stop a guy from doing something that he does so well all the time. You know, you hope that the player who is having his shot attacked will have the wherewithal to do what Dre Smith did that one time. The guy came up, he just hung in the air, used his athletic ability and creative ability to spin one in rather than get it blocked. But then the threes at the end, there is separation. When baskets are so hard to get and there's so many erased by good shot blocking, if you then hit a 3, it's demoralizing. How about the one Thornton made in the corner off the out of bounds with Cam's hand right in his mug? And I'm like, I don't know if we can play defense actually any better than that on the play, but sometimes players make plays. And he did that time, and Cam turned around and did it at the other end.
Darryl, can you talk about the defense late in the game the last 2 days, particularly? And do you feel like you can really rely on your defense to make a difference in the game when the offense is kind of up and down?
I mean, our defense is team defense, so we're down there together as a team. And I looked at myself after the game yesterday and told myself I wasn't going to put my team in that same situation that they were in yesterday. And I took it upon myself not to foul out, play strong defense, chest up, man up, help side, everything. So I just tried to play hard, and we just try to play team defense.
Jim, what happened with Dre?
He got hit in the nose, and he had a bloody nose at the end. I think he's fine. He's a tough kid.
Cam, I think it was Lewis that took the charge. They would have had a 3-point play there if they had called a block. But it went you guys' way. Second night in a row, you guys have taken a big charge late. How big was that play for you guys?
Like I said, the same thing with yesterday. I mean, that's one time like you need to step up. I mean, we was only up 1 at that point, I think, and then he made the basket, but he took the charge. So I mean, that's one big thing. Like they just stopped him from like giving their confidence and kept us motivated.